Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Realistic Subspace Hockey League, a game between Dirty Birds and Dire Wolves. One team at the top of the standings or near the top of the standings. Dirty Birds with some of the best players in the league, including MVP candidate Saving. On the other side, you have Dire Wolves near the bottom of the league, but you're going to notice a certain Chun Li in net. We're going to see a Lancaster other than Gilder today. I'm the Red Raven alongside Thrill. And Thrill, in this game, some people are calling for the Mercy. Do you think that is a distinct possibility?
No, I definitely don't expect a Mercy at all. I mean, these two teams are definitely on the different ends of the standings table right now. Dirty Birds being undefeated right now, and Dire Wolves with 1-5. But Dire Wolves plays a fairly defensive style, so even if they end up getting outplayed a lot, I really don't think they'll lose by more than a handful of goals. I definitely don't anticipate a Mercy.
We'll certainly have to see when we look at the lineups so far. You're going to notice Aceto, Puker, Shortman, Trick, and Jack on the ice for Dire Wolves. You've got Blucka Blucka, Haze Cloud, Krub, Navi, and who else is on here? Cozy is on here as well. We're joined by Stickman on color stick. Does Dire Wolves have a chance in hell of winning this game?
Yeah, they got the Chun Li.
Oh dear Lord.
Is he making this as his debut? Is that right? His Direwolf debut?
First time I've seen him, actually, since he left. Actually, no, this would be his first time playing this season, would it not?
Yeah, he didn't log any regular season time with Baby Soul Killer, so this is his Season 20 debut.
How will he do? We'll have to wait and see. Krub versus the Boogeyman, a.k.a. Chun-Li, and here we go. See, the period has started. Aceto has the puck down low with Trick and Jack behind him. He'll board it up north, and Doriath, who's now on the ice for Dirty Birds, will chase it down. He has it at center ice to Navi. Back to Doriath. They're trying to make something happen here.
Yeah, I think one important... that's like... Alright, one important person showing up here is Doriath. He hasn't shown up to all of Dirty Birds games, but they really like to play Haze Cloud and Doriath as the double mid system. I think that's actually kind of what they feel like their optimal setup is to have Doriath and Haze Cloud play double mid. So him showing up is what Dirty Birds wants to play with. They probably feel very comfortable with this setup.
Here's a chance, 3-on-1. Dire Wolves, Jack, Aceto. Krub will make that save, and there's the first shot of the game.
Yeah, I would have liked to see a little bit more passing there. He had two teammates there with him.
Yeah, I don't know if the idea was too bad, but I think he tried to fade a little too late, and the accuracy was kind of just straight at the keeper. Could have done better.
It wasn't the worst opportunity in general, but if you watch Aceto play a lot, if you watch him a lot of these games, he's kind of stylistic in that way, and the kinds of shots he likes to take, and it becomes very predictable after a while. Needs to mix up his angle some.
Jack narrowly missing the net there. Krub with an easy save. They've now got the first two shots of the game. Again, many people calling for the Mercy. This would be the first one of the season if it were to come true, but I don't think Dire Wolves is going to go down easily. Navi with whatever that was, and here comes Puker. Although Blucka Blucka will fire it into his goaltender's zone.
And Jack, I'm not sure if he's technically a rookie or not. He may have played a stray game or two, but definitely his debut of this season. So we'll see if he's able to make an impact for Dire Wolves. And I don't think he's somebody that we know a whole lot about just yet.
He looks good there, dumping Cozy into the boards.
And now Trick will have the puck just inside his own zone. Puker and Aceto working together.
Jack really targeting Cozy tonight. Looks like he dumped him twice in the last 30 seconds.
We're just about a quarter way through the first period. At center ice, Dire Wolves doing a great job keeping the puck in the other team's zone. Dirty Birds being fairly patient. Blucka in the Warbird. He's going to try and deke around some people and find a teammate the puck, and he does in Doriath.
Right now it's 2-0 in favor of Dire Wolves, but one thing you got to think about is if Dirty Birds does really well with this line, then this is not their best line by any means. I mean, they still have two of their best players out, so if they do well with this line, you got to think it's only going to get worse if they bring Banana Squadron and Saving into the game.
Yeah, Saving not on the ice is a big deal for Dirty Birds. I still maintain, as of this point, he is the MVP of the season and would be getting my vote. Here's Blucka, one of the better players in the zone with a chance, but Trick from behind, Warbird on Warbird action. And Blucka to Navi, but Trick gets the defensive play there, so lots of Warbird action so far today.
And I'm not sure if this is because of the new additions to the team, but on the last interview he had with Trick, he was saying he was going to try to focus a little bit more on the midfield role, but back in Warbird for this game.
Navi finds Blucka up top. And they're going to ship it to Doriath. Navi with a shot, scores! And just like that, Navi puts his team up 1-0, and I agree with you, Thrill. You look at this team, this is not their best lineup, and the fact Direwolves already down 1-0, not a good sign.
Yeah, and you don't want to be down this early in the game. But another thing to think about is it wasn't like they just made fools of Direwolves in that play. It was more of like he picked up the puck at the right moment off of a check. So it's not looking terrible for them just yet.
Yeah. Navi in the right spot at the right time.
And no mistake. Puck is up in the northeast corner of the arena. Trick will get killed from behind from Blucka. And he'll try and find a teammate. He'll find Cozy, and Jack will intercept that one.
Nice steal from Haze Cloud. Anticipated the pass nicely there.
Here's Cozy to Blucka to Navi. Oh, wow, he couldn't put the puck in the net there. And now they're going to take it back around the net, keeping it in the zone.
Chun-Li's going to want to be careful about that. He passed the puck right to them in front of the crease. I'll try to cut down on that.
Blucka narrowly had a goal there. If he gets the shot off, I think that's in.
Certainly made Jack look silly on that play, did Blucka.
Direwolves coming back the other way. Here's Puker. Puker can't get the Crub to move it out of the way.
A smart play to cycle it back, though, instead of just wasting the puck possession by firing it off at him.
Here's Cozy the other way, trying to work with Shorthand. Shortman, rather.
Oh, a lunge and a miss from Jack.
Shortman has the puck, and it's going to...
Sorry, go ahead. But which isn't too bad. I mean, as long as you have some players supporting behind you, it's not like lunging is a terrible thing, as long as you have the proper support behind you.
Chun-Li with the save there. And Trick narrowly misses that puck. You would have had a breakaway, and now Crub will pick it up and avoid giving it to Trick. Navi to Cozy. And Cozy gets jacked. Trick now has the puck to Puker. And Puker passes on it to allow Aceto to come back up. Halfway through this first period now, 1-0 Dirty Birds. The best team in the league, I think, right now by many people's estimation. Although Interference still yet to lose a game as well.
Yeah, and Interference had a big win against Kick You Apart, but schedule-wise, you got to think that Dirty Bird's schedule has been a little bit more difficult. So, yeah, I think they face off actually next week. So that'll be a really good game. And then after that, we'll be able to kind of say, at least for this first half of the season, which team has performed the best, like indisputably.
Puker and Trick working the puck back and forth up top. Trick will take it. Dodges Navi. Dodges Blucka, but now Navi forces the turnover.
It was a good defensive play by the Birds.
That game's actually on Thursday, so it's not next week. So that's only 2 days from now. Busy week for Dirty Birds.
Very much so, and I think this is a benefit for them considering how well they're playing. Blucka tried to race to the puck, but Jack was just too close. Jack misses the pass to Trick. Trick has missed a couple, or has been on the receiving end of some bad passes.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple times now where Trick is just barely missed, and it's pretty disappointing. Disappointing if you're a Wolf player.
Definitely. Here's Navi. Oh, he gets killed by Aceto. And Eamon Puker coming up the other way. Blucka with the Warbird kill. He'll find Navi. And we have a bit of a 4-on-1. Only Shortman is back. Trick's going to enter the fray to try to give them some defensive help. Navi with a shot, and Trick catches that.
Yeah, good defensive play, but honestly, if Navi had pointed his nose a little higher on the net, I think that he probably would have scored there. And I think it would have been past Trick's procs, but a good play by Trick, though. Navi didn't expect him to get there. They're definitely fast ships. Very speedy on the crease.
Doriath boards it south to Blucka, who will board it to no one. Ace Cloud is not near that one. Trick gets killed by Haze Cloud. Blucka with Navi. Navi can't find him due to the lag.
Well, not a lot of possession here from Dirty Birds.
Jack has the puck to Shortman.
There's another one.
Yeah, Direwolves isn't doing too badly, but on a few of these plays, looks like they're not really finding their stride in terms of just being able to find each other.
And Doriath with a steal, and now he'll come back the other way with Cozy and Blucka. But Aceto and Puker get back on D and eliminate that chance immediately. Aceto gives it back to the blue line. Navi will pick that up. 2 minutes to go now. Blucka Cozy on Shortman and Aceto. Cozy attempting the ball kill. If that had worked, he would have looked really nice. Unfortunately, he didn't. Blucka gives it to Navi, and he gets killed by Shortman.
Shortman doing a great job punishing people inside.
There's Trick playing D, Warbird D. Haze Cloud, nice move by Haze Cloud. And Chun-Li with a big save. The beautiful thing about the Lancaster is when you make the saves, that they're never going to look like big saves. You're always needing to be in the right position at all times. Aceto scores! Wow! Whether that's going to be called clean or leg, we'll have to wait and see. It looked pretty clean here on my screen, and the goal judges agree it's 1-1.
Yeah, no, it's just a little bit of a misread by Krub. I think he just went down at just the wrong moment, and there was a lot of space up on the top of the net.
Well, so far, the predictors who thought this would be a huge mercy, well, not so much. It is 1-1. Dirty Birds and Dire Wolves with a minute to go here in the first period.
Yeah, and I mean, this is about what I expected for this line. I mean, I would probably give Dirty Birds a slight edge in terms of these lines, maybe still, but you know, with this particular lineup, it's not like.
Hang on a second. Oh, Shortman with some great punishing D there.
It's not like this line is going to overwhelm Dire Wolves. Like, I wouldn't have expected that just between the two lines that the teams have in, if that makes sense.
It does. Puck comes back to Haze Cloud at the blue line. Haze Cloud has it to Blucka. He's going to try and sneak in there and get a shot on Chun-Li, but he'll take it behind the net instead, keeping the possession. Puker gets a kill. Now Trick and Aceto, with 19 seconds left, are going to try and get one last shot on net. Trick trying to make something happen, and Haze Cloud with a big defensive play. He'll take it behind his own net, and that's going to end this period. unless something stupid happens, but it doesn't look like it will. 1-1 after one. It's now the Stick and Thrill show as I attempt to eat this milkshake.
Well, Direwolves kind of outclassed in terms of puck control in that period. Dirty Birds had a lot more puck time. I think a lot of the errant passes from Direwolves contributed to that. They just couldn't keep possession of the puck. And this is the problem I see with Direwolves sometimes. I think that my description of them right now would probably be a better version of Red Dragons. And the thing that I always harp on for Red Dragons is their puck control and their passing. They just have trouble consistently keeping the puck and getting a good flow of the game going. And Direwolves doesn't always have that problem, but they do display that problem on occasion. And it seems like it's a problem that they're having in this game. I think that this problem will probably be helped a little bit with Kana in the game. He's been passing a lot and moving the puck for them pretty well, and his appearances for them recently. So that might help them a little bit.
Yeah, no shots on goal from Trick. Only one from Blucka. Navi with the goal on 2 shots, but a lot of turnovers from the Navi. A pretty good period from the newcomer Jack. 10 steals, 8 turnovers, and a positive check-to-check ratio. Like you're saying, a lot of more puck time for the Dirty Birds, and that's kind of the way it felt. One quick goal from Acido tied it up, but maybe we'll see a stronger lineup in the period 2 for the Dirty Birds, as they maybe have to take this one a little bit more serious now.
Well, one thing to think about too, and I kind of wish, I don't know who watched yesterday's game, but it was basically going to be a Warbird sort of based team versus a dual mid system kind of team versus when it was kick you apart facing interference, and an early goal and an AFK goalie kind of changed the flow of that game. But one thing I was saying is that a good double mid-based team is really good to counter that kind of strategy, a Warbird-based team. And with Direwolves' offense mainly probably revolving around Trick here, I think that a good double mid system is really a very good strategy to combat that. So they might have some trouble getting opportunities for Trick in this game.
Some opportunities missed just because they can't get the passes there, but nevertheless, 1-1 going into this second period between Dirty Birds and Dire Wolves. One team at the top of the standings, the other near the bottom. If Dire Wolves wants to make the playoffs this year, they're going to have to find wins over teams like the Dirty Birds, while the Dirty Birds are just dominating so far right now. Saving is now in the game. This could be the big change. Hang on a second, Trick. Oh, Hazecloud not paying attention. Trick scores!
Oh.
Yeah, and a good play by Trick. It looked like he caught them off guard, and they just were not ready. Sometimes on the face-offs, people just don't expect breakaways of the face-offs because it's so far away from the net. And he just took them off guard and got the breakaway. And, yeah, right as I was talking about, Trick might have trouble getting opportunities. He's able to take advantage of Dirty Birds on that face-off there and get a goal. So, good job by him to pretty much individually give Direwolves the lead. I mean, that was just him. There were no other players involved in that on Direwolves.
Trick coming back right away to try to give unfortunate spike by Canas you're going to get used to seeing tonight. But yeah, that was completely Hazecloud just not paying attention, and by the time he realized what was happening, he spun around and was just lost.
A great finish, don't you know?
Wisconsin.
Well, and that's the thing that I've said about Krub before, is that he's good as long as you're giving him support in standard situations, but he's honestly a little weaker than most goalies against breakaways.
There's Blucka scoring to tie this game 2-2. Very patient there, knowing that, well, he's going to get the goal. He doesn't want to crease it.
Was it looked kind of suspicious?
Yeah, right now it's looking kind of 50-50 from the ref frequency.
What are they saying for the not clean?
Crease.
Oh, no, he took it out of the crease. He took it back. There's no way that's a crease, in my humble opinion. I'd be shocked if this was a goal. If this was called back, that was clearly a goal. He took it back and he put it into the net.
Is there a confidence interval that was given, or? Yeah, honestly, it looked a little funky to me. I could definitely see it going either way.
Yeah, I could too. I personally thought it was a clean goal, but you know what? Yeah, there's the clean. It's 2-2. What was the confidence from the server?
The server didn't record a crease at all.
Okay.
So basically, I think the main thing what people were talking about, I mean, one or two people said crease, but the main thing that they were just discussing is that the goal looked a little bit weird. So not everybody that was talking about necessarily saw crease. It just seemed kind of like an unusual goal. So they wanted to make sure that they got the call right. But I think probably more so than anything else, it was just because it looked a little weird, not because of lag maybe, but more so because you don't really see that kind of goal very often.
No, you certainly don't, but it takes players like Blocka to be able to pull off something like that in some cases. Here's Trick with a breakaway. Navi with a huge kill from behind.
Navi just saying, "Oh no."
Blocka does that.
Did you see that?
I did.
One interesting thing to see if this impacts things is, hold on a second. All right. Saving is a very good player at putting in goals against teams that are sitting on the crease. Like he doesn't need a lot of open space. He's a player that is patient enough with the puck and holds it on the crease enough. Goldeye misses the net there. To score even when people are sitting on the crease. So we'll see if he's able to utilize those strengths and score some goals.
Navi has the puck at center ice to Hockey Bo, who's now in the game.
Yeah, Artos exhibiting some inexperience there, allowing Navi to steal it, but we're going the other way now.
No. Trick and Artos 2-on-1 on HazeCloud. HazeCloud wants to get that defensive lapse back for sure. Thankfully, Blocka is able to get a goal. It's 2-2 now in this second period. No mercy in sight here tonight. It's actually a fairly competitive game between Direwolves and Dirty Birds.
It is very competitive and, pretty even at the moment. I know that Direwolves likes to spread some time around. I'm not sure that personally I would want to be necessarily playing Artos in this line with the game being so close still, but he might surprise us.
Goldeye down to Trick and Aceto. We've got a 3-on-1 against HazeCloud. This is a big situation for Dire Wolves. And HazeCloud comes up huge in that play.
Yeah, I like the way HazeCloud's been playing tonight. He's been providing some tight coverage on Trick.
With the exception of the opening goal in the second period.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Direwolves didn't end up scoring there, but they are getting a lot more chances this period. And you gotta say they stopped playing the double mid because of the lineup they switched. So they don't have the double mid of Doriath and HazeCloud. So that may be having an impact on the way this period is playing out so far, as opposed to the first period where they just completely shut them down defensively and controlled all the puck.
Saving in Navi. Navi gives it to Goldeye, who allows it to bounce off the wall. And Blocka steals it to Navi. And Navi will hang on to it. He doesn't want to give up the possession. Finds Hockey Bo South, who gives it to Trick, but Trick gets rid of it before the ball kill can come. Dirty Birds still having possession at the blue line. HazeCloud up there now with Navi, Blocka, and Hockey Bo. Here's Navi, shoots, scores!
Yeah, nice clean. Nicely placed shot by Navi. There was a missed check from a defensive player on Direwolves. I didn't see who it was. I can't remember who it was.
Navi just coming in and burying that like a dog bone.
Like a what?
Don't like a dog bone, like dogs go out and bury stuff.
Oh, a dog. Okay, a dog bone. All right.
Navi puts that away like a body he found in his apartment. 3-2, Dirty Birds leading this game now. Aceto coming back the other way to try to make it another tie game. After a slew of overtime games, we really haven't seen too many lately. In fact, we've seen late the last couple of days, we've seen nothing but beatdowns. Curb stomping, some might say.
Yeah, and some of them were a little misleading, though. I think interference kick you apart like by 9-2 or some ridiculous scoreline when, I mean, they outplayed them, but honestly, like, the game wasn't that much of a blowout. It was just some unfortunate timing from Jugs that contributed to that scoreline. Probably in actuality, it should have been more like 4 or 5-2, but
Blucka and Saving working the cross there, but Saving gets killed by Shortman, who, in my humble opinion, has played pretty well as a hulking defenseman tonight. Navi coming back on D to do everything.
The jab on the back check. It's a good play there by Never.
Never. Ardos at center ice. Blucka and Navi with the steal here, and now the two superstars of the team, and Navi with 2 goals tonight. Trick and Shortman on D. And here's Saving. Takes it below the net. He's not going to give up possession. He knows that they would have just given the puck away. Off the wall to Navi, who will throw it back to Blucka. Puck gets thrown up north. And Saving with a ball kill. Goldeye's now in the game.
Yeah, Goldeye was pressing forward there, kind of intimidated the other player to turn it over. Seen a lot of Navi today. I don't think Banana's been out there today.
no, he's still in spectator mode. Probably feels that he doesn't need to come into the game just yet. If it gets closer, he probably will come in for the third period. But Navi playing well so far. He's looking like a real navigation master out there.
Oh, he was a shot. He puts that north. I think he scores, and that would have given him his hat trick tonight.
Look, I thought Shortman hit him, but
Oh yeah, but if he was just like a split second from getting that shot off, and I think he would have got it in.
I'm not so sure it was all that open, but he could have taken a chance at least. But
Blucka has it behind the net. To Navi. Back to Saving.
oh, great anticipation there from Aceto not to get ball killed.
he actually tanked that.
Dire Wolves having it in Krub's net, but they're not going to be able to put it in.
Yeah, a little unfortunate. It looked like they were going to have the goal there, and Aceto tried to pass it off. And both of the players he would have passed to had the angle for the goal, but he ended up passing it to the defender instead. So the passing I was talking about earlier kind of thwarting Dire Wolves' attempt at tying up the game there. But the shots are still even, so Dire Wolves definitely very much still in this game.
There's a chance there, but Shortman with a double kill on Blucka and Hockey Bow. Navi has it in southeast. Can't find Blucka. Dire Wolves with a chance. Ardos! Oh! Blucka comes back on D. And they weren't going to get that shot on net.
Yeah, and Artos needs to be a little bit more patient with his shots. By the time he actually shot that, it was pretty clear that the defender was right in front of him. So in that situation, when you come into that, it would be better off to, if you don't get the shot off by then, to just hold on to the puck and reset it, or at least try for another angle instead of shooting at the player that's clearly right in front of you.
That was a great dodge there from Blucka getting the puck to Navi, who unfortunately got ball killed. And now Trick to Goldeye. And Trick is going to try and make something happen here, but he gets killed by Saving. Dire Wolves still has the puck, though. They get a shot on net, but Krub with a save. That was close. Navi looking for his hat trick with Blucka Blucka and Hockey Bow. Aceto and Shortman on D. Look at that draw pass. And another double kill by Shortman. We're seeing lots of those tonight.
A lot of flash there from Blucka with the fake slap shot drop pass.
Haze Cloud getting back on D. 2 minutes left in this second period.
See, that's what I was saying with Aceto earlier. Is very stylistic. He tries that exact snipe kind of shot, very similar to that all the time. It's just way too predictable. He needs to mix it up a little bit.
Saving can't get the puck to anyone. Artos will turn that into a turnover for his team. Or a steal, rather. Artos back to Goldeye. They're going to try and tie this game before the end of the second. 2 minutes to go, and Saving will steal it. He has Blucka Blucka with him, sort of. They'll wait for him and Hockey Bow. Hockey Bow gets killed. Puck comes back to Saving. Navi has it now at the blue line. He's looking for his hat trick, but he's also looking for teammates, knowing the goaltender will most likely cheat toward him a little bit. And rightfully so. Aceto has the puck, and Saving with a nice defensive play, and Blucka Blucka now has it. Oh, he tries to drop it back for a teammate, but Haze Cloud will pick that up to save that errant situation. Saving holds onto it a little bit longer. Back to Haze Cloud, who finds no one. He hangs onto it. Splits the D a little bit. 1 minute left in this second period.
Pretty strong positioning right now from the Direwolf defense.
Whoa, Blucka Blucka splits the D. But he can't get a shot on net. Chun-Li is just in great position against the Warbird right there, and Hockey Bow now has it. When you start getting a lot of teammates at the crease, and you're the opposing Lancaster, you can't feel too good about it. But one-on-one with the Warbird, I like his chances, even if that Warbird is Blucka Blucka. Oh, Haze Cloud tried a ball kill on Goldeye. And here's Blucka Blucka up north. 20 seconds left. Finds Navi. Navi gives it to Saving. Saving gets a little bit of... Oh, he has an open part of the net, but he is unable to get it in.
Yeah, really close there.
Hang on. 3 seconds left. It's now the stick in Thrill Show. How about her stick?
Yeah, like right there, I saw a phase. It looked like it was going to be a good opportunity from Direwolves, but I think that's the third or fourth time they're just a touch off trying to get it to Trick. I like the way Trick came out that period, kicked it off with a bang. Must have heard us talking at the intermission because his shots definitely went up.
Yeah, and I guess an interesting stat to know for that game. Chun-Li with the negative rating for that period, 1 save and 2 goals allowed, so probably not the stats he's looking for.
Still over a minute of puck time more for Dirty Birds, but yeah. More shots for Direwolves this period.
Yeah, and Dirty Birds still had more of the puck possession, but it wasn't quite as much as when they had both Doriath and Haze Cloud in the double mid.
Other thing to note as well here, too, is that although Chun-Li does have the negative 4.9 rating, let's be honest here, it's not as if Dirty Birds is taking any bad shots. They're shooting when they think they have an opportunity, and they're making sure that Chun-Li does not get any easy saves. You're going to notice that Banana Squadron's now in the game. And they're going to try and put the pressure on and make this, just take this game out of Direwolves' hands or claws or whatever you would call them. Paws. Hooves.
Yeah, and there's always the chance that Direwolves can tie it up. I mean, they're probably about 4 minutes behind in puck time right now with the 2 periods combined, which is honestly is a pretty huge number, but Dirty Birds has not put the game out of reach. And it's like I was saying, I definitely don't expect a mercy just with the defensive style that Direwolves plays. So if you're able to keep the goals scored reasonably low, then there's always that chance to come back and win no matter how much you're getting outpossessed. I mean, it's not ideal, but it certainly can happen.
Yeah, I think Direwolves just got to stick with their strategy, defense first. I know a lot of teams, or maybe just the Empire team, likes to come out in this situation and turn it into hero mode, and it kind of goes south. So we'll see if Direwolves are more disciplined than that. I think they will be.
Well, they're a little lucky to only be down by 1 goal, so they'll want to try to take advantage of that and tie it up because Saving definitely could have scored at the end of the period there. It's one of the last chances, and he made a good move and got past Acido and just barely missed the shot. So they were very close to being 2 goals down.
Let's see if anyone catches anyone sleeping again on the start of the third, like the second.
Yeah, you got to think they won't. Usually, it only takes one of those kinds of plays the entire season, and then the player that is responsible for that is usually looking for that afterwards, just because, well, usually when it happens and you feel like it's definitely your fault, it makes you feel not so good. You know, it's kind of like, oh, that was definitely my bad. There's no arguing there, so I don't think we'll see that happen to Hayes Cloud again for a pretty long time.
I was trying to see if Puker was lined, but not in the game right now.
I'm not sure if he's lagging, but I think he only played that first period. And you got to think it's because they're both playing Weasel, him and Kana, that is, so maybe they're just deciding to go with Kana. But you got to think that Puker is one of the better players on Direwolves, and they probably want him and Kana both in.
Well, Kana was in for like 48 seconds and then lagged out in the second period, and that's when Goldeye came in.
We'll see how strong Banana comes out. He's getting some touches on the puck right now.
Right, so that's when Goldeye came in. I still would like to see Puker in. I know it's hard probably to get 2 Weasels the amount of time that they both want because you don't want to play a double Weasel lineup, but I know that Puker actually played really good midfielder for Breakaway one season in Spider, so maybe that's something he can think about returning to.
Here's Strick. Oh, big save by Krub.
Yeah, just caught that one at the edge of his procs. That was close, I think.
I think that was a lot closer than some people may realize. Trick with a big kill there on Blucka Blucka. We've noticed 2 shots on goal for Chun-Li, one of which was a snipe by Banana Squadron, which had a chance, I think, to go in. But at least now Chun-Li is seeing some action. Blucka Blucka Navi taking it over center ice. Navi's still looking for his hat trick. He's putting a ton of pressure on Aceto, who's going to have to make a tough pass to Kana, and does. Finds Aceto up to Trick.
Yeah, and you got to think that Navi usually does not play all 3 periods, and you got to think that Dirty Birds is being gracious because Navi's played well and wants him to have the opportunity.
Oh,
and there
he
it
sneaks
is.
it in. He scores. Navi with the hat trick. And now Dirty Birds leading 4-2. Unless there's some sort of... No, it's clean. There you go. Hat trick.
Yeah, and sorry I was talking for a lot of that action, but I didn't think that was going to happen. Chun-Li just randomly moved up for the check and missed, depleting all his energy, and Navi was able to kind of just keep the puck and sneak that goal in there.
And there's Navi with his hat trick.
Oh, that could take a lot of the wind out of the sails from the Direwolves falling down by 2. Always tough when you're in the third. Trick's
Chun-Li
still
with a
playing
nice
D.
save there, though. Trick playing D and Chun-Li making sure that he's not letting in any sort of easy goal. Trick gets killed by Squadron. Blucka Blucka will find Banana off the north wall. Aceto has the puck now, and he'll fire it on Krub, and that's a save. Remember, if Dirty Bird scores one more shot, the commentary will be just King. It will only be King. So we'll see what happens. Here's saving.
And I've got to harp on this because I've been saying it for the last couple of games about Acido. That little snipe that he tried again, once again, he tried it from very long range. From what I've seen, it's literally 100% of his plays on offense are that. I really got to harp on that because you can't just try those same snipes from that distance on every single play. I mean, if you're going to do that, you at least need to play Jav or Weasel or something.
There's another chance for Dirty Birds, except Goldeye will get the kill. Looks like he's wearing the
hammering
Playboy
Banana.
bunny there, isn't it? Looks like the Playboy bunny.
Yeah, he's. I think he's had that banner for a while.
Good on him. Here's saving to Navi. Navi with a shot down low, and it's going to be saved by Chun-Li. That was a lot closer than it should have been. Navi. Banana Squadron. Back to Navi, and Canna will just throw it back to Haze Cloud. Dirty Birds keeping the pressure on. Here's another chance. Navi shoots off the post. I think that leg threw a bunch of people, however.
Yeah, it phased the whole way on my screen.
They give it back to saving. Navi having a great game so far tonight. And he will try to get the puck again. He shoots. It's going to be a save by Chun-Li.
Yeah, it looks like Navi's really goal hungry here in this game. He's feeling confident because the goalie's scored, and maybe he needs to pull it back a little bit because he's taken maybe a little too many shots now. That happens sometimes when you're having a good game. You just get really confident and you just start firing everything in there.
Here's Goldeye with a chance. Fires it down. It's going to be caught by Haze Cloud pretty quickly. Aceto now has it. A little dodging there, but he's not going to get by both Navi and Squadron. Navi getting some support from saving. And Goldeye will give it to Shortman there at the crease. 7 minutes now to go. 4-2 Dirty Birds. They're just keeping the pressure on. Here's Blucka. Blucka hits the post.
Oh yeah, he hit the post.
Yeah, and it's nice to see Navi playing really well and getting the 3 goals for Dirty Birds because, of course, he's not usually one of the core players that they play all the time, at least.
But it always does help when you have players that can do that, the depth guys.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is you got to think, from what I've seen, is they normally play him about one period. You got to think that getting this hat trick, maybe he's made a case for himself to get an extra period here and there in other games, and maybe making an argument to get some more playing time than they've given him thus far in future games based on this performance.
And unlike certain players in the zone that have this kind of success in one game and just immediately think they're, hot stuff, I think that Navi's going to be able to be, level-headed and just say, well, I'm there if you need me sort of situation. And that's why one of the reasons that Dirty Birds is doing so well this year is that they've got guys other than Blucka and saving that they can use if need be.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if people realize how close this was, but very nearly an own goal by Krub there.
Here's Goldeye, takes it up.
I'm not sure why he didn't shoot there. I'm 100% sure he had a goal if he shot when he first got it, but I guess he thought that Krub would be in position to save that.
Yeah, they had the numbers and it looked like there was an opening to me too. I don't know.
Speaking of Navi, he's now officially out of the game for Hockey Bo. And Dirty Birds continuing the domination here. 5 minutes left. If we get to 3 minutes and the game is 4-2, we're gonna get King, or not King. Was it King? I don't remember now.
Yeah, you said King?
It was King? King will do all the commentary and it'll be fun and we'll just get to sit back and watch it. Blucka has it at center ice. He has a breakaway on Chun-Li. What's going to happen? Shoots! Oh, big save by Chun-Li.
Yeah, it looked like that might get past him, but the Lancaster able to pull out the huge procs there.
They're still putting all the pressure on double Weasel now for Dirty Birds. Double Weasel for Dire Wolves as well.
Yeah, and that's going to be a defensive crease.
And there it is.
A couple of people are saying ODC, but very clearly a defensive crease.
And now, assuming that he is paying attention, King will now be the head play-by-play guy for the rest of this game.
Take it away, King.
He is consistently muting and unmuting, saying, no, I don't want to do it. Wellsies.
All right, you blew it, King.
Blew it.
Typical.
King says he's mad. Oh, he plays for the other team. Oh, that makes sense now. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he plays for Direwolves.
Yes, he does.
Oh, no, don't you? I don't know.
Yeah, he lined that goal there and celebrating a little bit prematurely, as that definitely phased.
It was close, right on the edge of the procs, but I did see a phase. I agree with the call.
Oh, really? Why?
Why what? Why what, Navi?
Oh,
I
sorry.
throw you in the commentary group and you start talking instantaneously. And now we're going to have the Navi commentary, play-by-play, Mr. 3 goals, Mr. Hat-Trick taking over for the rest of this period. 4:34 remaining.
Oh!
There's the Puker goal. He's infamous for that. He honestly is the player that invented that strategy, and he's actually giving me the skinny on this. I had a conversation with Puker, and some people wonder why when Puker does those slap shots from so far away, it seems to be more successful than when other people try to imitate it. And he chooses his moments. He chooses usually after a couple goals have been scored because he thinks the goalies won't be paying attention after a couple of goals have been scored. So it's not always random. There is some method to the madness. Puker trying to get Direwolves back into this game.
Well, I think a lot of people missed that goal because I quickly went to mine for information, and I missed the goal, hoping they would replay it. So I'm gonna have to wait until after the game to see it. But man, 4-3, Puker scores on the while shorthanded.
Yeah, and it was a typical, pretty much the infamous Puker goal. I don't know how much you've seen that, but he basically slap shots it from around half court and scores being lined.
He does it a lot in scrim.
Does it a lot in league too. Honestly, he's probably scored at least 10 goals that way. He honestly is usually a pass first player aside from those plays. That's probably where the majority of his goals come from.
Here's Banana Squadron Blood. Whoa, what is going on here? Ah!
I think Blucko was afraid he was in the crease still, didn't pull the trigger quite there.
Well, he's right. Oh, wow, look at this.
Oh, Blucka!
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's nice to see. You got to think. I don't want to be too harsh, but I'm not sure why Chun-Li wouldn't have expected that to happen. I mean, that seemed like a logical progression. I know that a couple of you guys were even starting to get excited before that shot happened because that's how obvious it was. And I guess I don't know.
Blucka is now in the chat. What were you thinking when you did that, sir?
He's muted and deaf.
Well, you shouldn't be.
He muted himself.
You could see that developing about a second and a half before it happened, and a lot of celebration. I think that'll make the top 10 plays.
All right, Navi, what do you think, man? How do you feel today? 5-3, your team's winning. You have a hat trick. How do you feel?
Good.
Why do you feel good?
Well, it's always a good day, a good night when you score 3 goals for your team, and I did that tonight, so I feel pretty pumped.
Do you think that you have your team's more confident in your abilities now? Do you think you might get a little bit more playing time, or do you think it's just, hey, if you guys ever need me, I'm there, and now you know that it's not just going to be the few players?
Well, I think that we have a couple of players that are in the same kind of situation as I am right now, and they're just trying to give us playtime to see who.
Oh, Trick with a goal, and just like this, it's a 1-goal game again, 5-4. Trick has been huge so far tonight for his team.
But yeah, like I was saying, I'm not the only guy who's basically how you said, it's hi guys, I'm here. I can play too, but I kind of showed tonight that I can be a little bit more, probably not a core player or like in the core of Dirty Birds, but I can help out when needed.
18 shots, Dirty Birds, 14 for Dire Wolves. 3 minutes to go. It's now a 1-goal game again.
Yeah, I think this one, that was a big goal from Trick, still within a hooves length away from them from tying it up here.
I don't think Wolves have hooves.
Well, then again, Raven, I don't want to diminish the value of my goals or my play. But you also have to see like what kind of team we're facing tonight. It's not not one of the top tier teams. If I would have done it against one of the top tier teams, I probably would have gotten a lot more recognition for it.
Well, Direwolves may not be a top tier team. They may be at the bottom of the standings, but they are only one goal away from tying this game. Here's Banana Squadron, shoots down, and Chun-Li with the save.
Yeah, good job by Chun-Li to be aware and kind of clippity-clop his way down and make, make the save, yeah.
What?
I was just saying he clippity-clopped into the right position to make the save. Good job by Chun-Li.
Yeah, he was definitely on his hooves there.
Pretty sure Chun-Li doesn't have hooves. She is not a horse. Doesn't even have the face of a horse. She's just a beautiful woman. Banana Squadron has the puck at center ice to saving, and they're going to keep the pressure on. Here's the chance. No, Trick will get that puck back after a kill from Goldeye. They're going to come back the other way. Direwolves needs to do something right now. 1:23 left. This would be crazy if they were able to,
There are 5 level 1 ships on the ice right now, too, so definitely you usually don't see that in a game.
Blocka with Banana Squadron. Squadron waits, finds him, shoots, scores! And now it's 6-4. I think it's safe to say this game is over. Direwolves competitive, though, and a pretty good game.
I don't know. Still 1 minute remaining, Raven. Anything
can happen. I mean, Puker could score twice, but it's hard to say.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. I was trying to get an identification on where Puker's location is. He might be lined in this situation.
Look at him right now.
He is. I'm not sure if he would have pulled the trigger if it would have worked, though, because it was kind of like the thing I was saying about Hayes Cloud. I mean, at least per game for that kind of situation, usually if that happens to the goalie, he's not going to allow another lined half-court goal for the rest of that match, because usually they feel pretty embarrassed when something like that happens. So he would probably be looking out for it. At the very least, his team would probably be saying, hey, Puker's lined. I mean, I at least would hope they would be paying attention to that.
Well, here's the situation now. The top 2 teams in the RSHL, Interference and Dirty Birds, playing on Thursday. Make sure you tune into that game. Right now, it is 6-4 Dirty Birds. 15 seconds left. Fair to say, with how they're holding onto the puck, that this game is over. I'm the Red Raven on behalf of Thrill and Stickman, Navi, and everybody else. Thanks for watching the Realistic Subspace Hockey League. Here's the final score, 6-4 for Dirty Birds.